Saturday night, the Emirates. Tense, nervy. Rohit, were you on the toilet or were you on watching the television? I don't know, but we'll find out. Newcastle pressing, and then surprise, surprise, a set piece. But as 18 yards out, top corner, 3 points back of the net, and Arsenal top of the league again. But maybe only for a few more days. Anyway, what can we say? But it's getting a bit tense for the third position. Liverpool, Manchester United, Villa, all locked on 58 points. But the mighty Reds, the true Reds, our team, Ajay, Manchester United, we've got a game in hand. But we've got that dreaded game on Monday night at Brentford. Let's see what happens. Let's break it all down. Welcome back to 2 Hours 2 Innings Football. This episode is sponsored by Synaptech. So if you are interested in some of their strobe glasses which can help you in your performance for various sports, then we have got a special offer code 2H2I20. The details will be in the description below. Rohit, did you watch the game or were you in the toilet?
No, I did watch the game. My heart was pumping. I was speaking to my neighbor this morning. He was saying, "What happened?" I said, "I don't know, man. What was happening?" I felt like we were the away team and just defending for the lives of that 1-0. And then we had great chances to score the second goal, and then we could not finish. I mean, oh my god, you know what? Everything was going back to that. I was having, I think, the hope is not the deja vu of the Wolves game or the other game, Brentford game last year as well when they scored the last minute, and then I thought, man, please, guys, go and score the second goal. Go and freaking score the second goal. Give me a little bit of breather. It was too tight, and I was like, shit, man. And then when Newcastle got the free kick at the last minute, I thought, there you go, that's it. Oh no, but luckily, I'm gonna use the word today, Amit. Lucky.
Luck on your side.
luck was on our side, and then.
Yeah. But I think Rohit, though, for this game, it never really matters. But I think at this stage of the season now, who gives a shit about the performance? What you need to do is you need to win every single game now, and control the controllables, and then hopefully you'll outscore kind of Man City in terms of your goal difference will be better. So I suppose.
Well.
That's the thing.
What did I say to you guys? What did I say to you guys about 2-3 months ago? What was it? 1-0s, own goals, penalties, and what did you say? Oh, who gives a shit? As long as you get 3 points. Well, hang on a minute. Man City managed to go above you guys on goal difference. So I guess the last laugh's on you because obviously winning games by 1-0 to the Arsenal is not going to be enough, maybe, Rohit. I mean, you might have to start scoring 2-0, 3-0s, where is that going to come from, So, I mean, Rohit, if you do need to go to the toilet while watching the game, I'm trying to teach Raghav how to potty train, so I've got a portable one. I'm more than happy to send you it for the last 4 weeks if you need it.
It will stink too much, man.
Make sure it's in Manchester Red, though, yeah?
Yeah, but honestly, this is a serious talk, though, Rohit. I mean, watching that game, I couldn't watch it, unfortunately, but it was a fantastic strike by Eze. Rightly, what Amit said was that it came from a set piece, and again, obviously working in your favour. But Newcastle had opportunities in the first few minutes. I mean, if that Osalu had that good strike, if he actually hit the ball, it could have gone in, and Newcastle could have been on the front foot. But shots wise, I mean, you guys had 45% possession. Your XG was 0.5. I mean, obviously, we don't really go into XG much. But did you think that was a bit of a flat performance, Rohit, from Arsenal? And obviously coming off of the defeat against Man City, which in essence you played quite well. A lot of people have been saying Arsenal played quite well. Did you expect this type of performance from Arsenal, or were you hoping for something a bit more?
I was hoping for a bit more, especially after the week off as well. The last game we played was Sunday, so it wasn't that we had a midweek game. And now it's going to get tougher because we have 2 Champions League games coming up, semi-final coming up midweek. So I was hoping that we at least score 2 goals minimum last night, right? So I was thinking, why? I mean, every time, really, like I said earlier, I felt like we were the away team. My heart was pounding.
Well, maybe you think possession suggested that, as Ajay said, yeah.
And Newcastle had great chances as well. And we had, one chance. Saka was through, Martinelli was through, Jokeres couldn't pass. Oh my god! So there you go.
That's it.
Maybe that time I thought, oh, maybe luck is not with us tonight. They may grab a equalizer soon. But look, and then again, then I thought, luckily it didn't happen. But I mean, and then the chance, the what's the striker, the Brentford striker, I
Wissa.
forgot his name, Wissa.
Wissa.
The chance
Wissa
he
had a
missed.
great chance. Missed it. Skied it. One. Yeah.
You know when Voldemort looped, I said, there you go, gone, 1-1,
Yeah.
1-0.
And he was
1-0.
onside.
And he was onside. I said 1-0. There you go. That's it, 1-0. And then luckily he put it in the bar. Yeah, that's my luck. I said, okay, that's it. But he wasn't, you know, as a performance wise, not as good as if we had played as good as we played last weekend before against City, we would have easily won the game last night. And I was hoping that we can at least close the gap on the goals scored. It's still two goals gap, I think. They have scored 66, we have scored 64. Even though it's only 1 point gap with goal difference, one goal difference. But you know, these are the things. But Ajay, onto your point regarding 1-0, I think that's what City's Haaland said, right? The most important thing was to win the game against
That's
Burnley.
true.
They only won it 1-0. So let's see what happens. There are games coming up. Maybe once the pressure is off, maybe the team plays better. Because I saw the team last night after the game, they were on the ground. I said, Ajay, then I got reminded of your thing you said. If you are defending, you're running more, you're giving more energy. But if you're playing beautiful football, you don't feel tired. And this is why the players are bloody tired every time.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, I think that Rohit, you know, because when you look at the last 6 games, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, you lost 4 of the last 6. So, you know, I think the first thing, as you rightly said, is just get the win under the belt, and then, as always, as human nature is, we always want more. So the more in this case is that you want to not just be 1-0, but 2-0, 3-0. I mean, the thing is, like, I mean, we want to see Arteta grow some balls, but you know, to grow balls at this stage, bloody hell. As in, what I mean by that is, though, as in he changes his philosophy, that they start going more attacking, because I think you've got the confidence that you've got a solid defense and a goalkeeper. It's just, you know, you got the, on paper, you got the attacking prowess, but it just hasn't resulted in goals. You know, this was what, 17th set piece goal this season, which is a Premier League record. So, you know, again, I know the media will probably say boring Arsenal, but, you know, is that, you know, it's not as if this is the final week of, you know, the first week of the Premier League season. Clubs have played you at least once, so they should all know what one of Arsenal's strengths are. So I would say this is more genius from your coaching setup, you know, and just the rest of the league just don't know how to defend.
Yeah, especially after the courageous first corner when actually crowd booed. What the hell you guys are doing? A short pass on the first corner. And they did it again. And they did it the third time when they scored. So that shows the courage, the team spirit as well, that they all won. They all think one way, that they had the strategy to score the goal. They knew how Newcastle plays. So and what I passed straight from the corner from Madueke to Havertz, and Havertz easy pass to Izzy was all over the place. He was free. He was saying, "I'm free. Pass it to me." And then
No, it was a beautiful goal. Beautiful goal. I mean, it reminded me of one that Mbeumo scored from Man United as well. It was one of those kind of set pieces where it goes against the grain because, like Amit said, Newcastle would have predicted balls going into the back post or on top of the keeper. But Newcastle were a very physical side. Yeah, no, so Arsenal did well. But again, I mean, Rohit, I think one of the kind of problems, and like Amit just said there, was in terms of, like, you know, with shots and creativity with goals. I mean, if you look at the last 5 results, you've only got 2 wins, but the most damning is probably only 4 goals in the last 5 games. I mean, you know, to be fair. So Arsenal are averaging 4.8 shots on target in the last 5 games, you know? So averaging around about 5 shots on target. They've had 24 shots on target in total in the last 5 games compared to Man City, who have had 33. So they're averaging about 6.6. So obviously, when it comes to like a shootout between City and Arsenal, I mean, a lot of people are going to be putting their money on City because of the fact that they've just got more attacking threat with, like, Haaland, with Turkey, with Semenyo, and with Doku. So what if I'm Arteta now? My philosophy, like Amit just said, is to hell with what I've been doing for these last 8 months now. We need to go full on attack. We need to press teams really high up the pitch. They got to do it, though. I think at the end of the day, if they concede 1 or 2 but score 4 or 5, that's better. than 1-0s.
There's no guarantee of that, though, is there,
But
Ajay? You know,
Ajay,
it's
No, but
their
with
defense.
that squad, that they've got, Gyökeres should be receiving so much more than what he's getting at the moment. And we've talked about Odegaard not being able to facilitate that. But Eze in a number 10, Saka's back, and the fact we've either got Trossard or they've got Martinelli, they should be able to create clear-cut 5 or 6 great chances every single game, you know? And they're failing to do that. They're failing to do that. You know, you had more shots against City than you did against Newcastle today, yesterday. So there's something going on where even if they had a week off, something's not drilling into the players what Arteta's trying to do. You can put big screens up on the training ground. You can put, you know, Snapchat on or whatever.
I'm gonna stop you here because see what
they need to
happened.
practice shooting. They need to practice shooting and scoring.
Let's go back to what you just said. We had better game against Man City, right?
Yeah.
Newcastle or another teams. Why? Because this time Man City played to win. Man City played okay. We are here to win. We have spaces to play. You can play in our spaces. So that's why Arsenal had a better chance. Arsenal had a better game against City because City were not like, okay, I'm gonna have 5 or 6 at the back, bring everyone down, you know, get ready, you know, not give any space to the Arsenal players, attacking players. So this is what happened. We had a better game eventually.
Also, Rohit, can I say something as well?
Yeah,
I was quickly say Bournemouth didn't have a defensive game. Bournemouth went out to you at Emirates and played very attacking.
That I said,
and you guys played terribly.
Not informed that day. We were not informed that day. We were rubbish. I said that.
Yeah, but you can't just say teams are pressing or hold low blocking you because they are coming out. They are coming out now.
No. Only Bournemouth came out, and then City came out. Right? Not any other team came out. If you see that. Even Newcastle had it because we were knackered as well at the end. This is what I'm saying. We just go into, and then we had great chances to score second or third as well. And Saka again, if you see that every data has a context, right? So if you see Saka was injured, Odegaard even yesterday, I was thinking, what the hell is doing? He needs to be out. He needs to either. Do
you drop him?
Put him. I'll drop him. I'd rather have. I know he said in the post-match interview saying, "Oh, he's brilliant." You know the way. I didn't really see that.
He's captain.
I don't know exactly. He's the captain, isn't it? He has to say that. But he's his teammate, right? He will defend him. But if he was Arteta, I would probably bench him or play him a little bit. Give him more time to play 5-6 games under 18 or with academy or in Arsenal A team. Give him at least full 5 to 10 games because he needs some games. He's been injured,
Rohit,
so he's not in form at all.
Can I make a
suggestion? Twice could have passed it. He just messed it up. I was shouting at him in Punjabi.
Quick question: were you swearing in Punjabi or just shouting?
Yeah. I was swearing at you.
The Punjabi, the swear jar was full yesterday. I bet. I bet the girls were very happy with what they got. So just a quick question, Rohit. So Ajay kind of alluded to the Bournemouth game. So. And they were kind of attacking, so they weren't as if they were defending the Newcastle yesterday. So do you think it's the pressure of the home ground? So a moment ago you mentioned about the home fans are booing kind of the short corner, but yet obviously Arteta had a strategy, and that strategy, third time lucky, kind of worked because, as we know, as they scored. So do you think it's the pressure of the home ground?
I don't think it's the pressure of the home crowd. I think if they can't take that pressure, what are they playing for? I should say, if they can't take the pressure of in a competition to win the league, what are they playing for?
But the home fans do make an impact.
They
I
do,
mean,
but,
you know, if you know, I've been to Old Trafford where the team's losing 5-0. It's a dark place to go. You know, if the fans are against you, it's almost like you've had 3 players sent off. You know, so it's.
We want to give the message to the fans in the stadium, guys, because what Sky did, they were showing all the faces and people like, nails, and then they were like, and they were like, look stressed. There were few people who were singing the name and singing the songs, but a lot of people actually stressed. And that stress, energy can go into the players as well.
Yeah, I think
true.
So the fans need to be together. Say, guys, come on, we're at the top of the league. Come on, it's okay.
So I think the leadership lesson is, regardless of how with us in our field, Rohit, no matter how we feel when we're leading, we can't portray that. We always try and be positive. So I think kind of that's the message you probably want to say to your fans is, no matter how nervous you're feeling inside, don't portray that kind of, because it's not just one person. It's just it becomes the whole narrative. You know, what's the capacity of Emirates? 60,000.
60,000.
Yeah,
Yeah,
60,000.
you know, I mean, bloody hell, that's a lot of, you know, that's probably one of the second largest stadium after Old Trafford. So, you know, that's a lot of, you know, energy there that you can really use in a positive manner. So just try and kind of G your team up, and you know, just to push them over the line.
That's it.
You just got to use whether you believe it or not, you just got to use every single tactic possible.
Arteta will probably use that. Okay, record this and put it in the training ground.
I was going to start coming up with a song to play at half time or something.
Boo, boo.
Or maybe get his dog to run around the pitch. Win, 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 win. What's his dog called? Win.
Win. The dog's called Win, yeah.
There you go. And then light to fire at half time.
Light the fire, man.
That's the thing. Like 18
That
teams would
haven't
like
gone
to
in
be
the
in
middle
our
of the
place.
pitch.
Yeah, 18 teams would like to be in our space, in our place, right? So that's what I'm saying. So guys, enjoy it. You know, we've been missing those kind of games. We've been missing those kind of moments. So this is at least for last 4 years, we are getting those moments. I know we've not been winning, but it will come. It will come. We just need to be together, guys. I'm gonna request the fans at home, say, guys, please, let's go behind the team. They need us at this time.
So, Rohit, one of the questions that kind of, or things that Ajay and I have just mentioned during this recording so far is that about maybe changing tact, as in Arteta changing tact. So, as an Arsenal fan, you know, obviously it's difficult because the formulas work so far.
Yes.
As in, you know, you're top, you know, with five games. It's 5 games to go, is it?
4 now.
Four now.
Arsenal,
Four now for Arsenal, yeah.
6 for
4 games to
City.
go.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's worked 34 out of 38 times. So,
Yeah.
you know,
This is-
or do you kind of, you know, I said the term grow some balls. That's probably not fair on Arteta, but you know, in terms of, you know, do you change tact and try and kind of win, but win convincingly?
I think probably for the next 2 games we'll keep the same tactics. The next 2 games, which are very important, and let's see what
You're talking about the league here now,
in the
obviously.
league. Yeah, league, not Champions League. I don't care about
So-
Champions League at the moment. I only care.
The thing is, Lloyd, you've got a Champions League, so I'm going to come on to that because obviously that's your next game. So you've got a Champions League game. Now, again, you know, we all know that Simeone is very kind of low block, defensive minded. Although saying that you did beat them 4-0, I think, in the group stage. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, is that a game to try a different tact?
No, I mean,
Although
I'm
it's
gonna
away.
come back to your first question first, right? The other one, right? So should Arteta change his tactics, right, for the last remaining 4 games? I would say for next 2 games, let's keep the same. Let's see what happens in the next 2 games because
Mhm.
we don't want to lose those 2 games because we playing those 2 games before City play theirs. So we
Okay.
played 1 game today, last night, you know, Newcastle. The next
Yep.
game we playing Fulham at home.
Yeah, Saturday. Yeah.
On Saturday.
London derby.
London derby has to be. We have to win that game, no matter how.
Mm.
I'll be either happy with 1-0 or 2-0. I don't care.
Yeah.
We have the most important thing
Yeah.
would be to win that game and go 6 point clear. Just to put pressure on City. I know City are used to it. That's fine. But look what happened against Burnley. They only score 1 goal. Against Southampton, they only scored last minute. You know, last 5-6 minutes. So anything can happen. And Everton, they're playing Everton, who probably very close to getting Europa League or Champions League position as well, 6. So they will be after it, right? And then they're playing Aston Villa in the last game. But I don't have anything for Villa. But they probably just give the game away because Emery. But if you see, so we have to at least keep the pressure on. That's the most important thing. The next game and the game after. Then when 2 games left, then we can say, okay, now we have to go in and then maybe attack. That's then.
In your last 2 games, remind the listeners, Rohit, your last 2 games.
Fulham left, West Ham after,
Yeah.
and then Burnley, or maybe
Yeah.
And
Burnley
then
or
Crystal
Leicester,
Palace.
and then Crystal
Yeah.
Palace the last game.
Mhm.
Okay.
So Crystal
Yeah.
Palace might be busy with Conference League as well, final.
Yeah.
So
So,
they had
you've
might
got
be
some
there.
you've got some
Same way-
derbies in that, haven't you?
Yeah, we are not going out of London next for 5 games. I mean,
That's good.
started last night. Yeah, so we don't have too much travel apart from Atletico Madrid one. Now coming on to your second question against Madrid, yes, Madrid are not the same when we played them. They are not the same team now. They are informed team. They're playing brilliantly. They beat Barca, and then I know last year what happened. We beat PSG, and then we met PSG in the semi-final. Look what happened. So that happened like 4 or 5 months ago. That goes out of the window. That form.
Yeah.
Today, Madrid are really, really strong team. So I'm seeing even game. Maybe just 1-1 or 1-0 to one team, maybe in the first leg, and maybe second leg same way. It goes same way. You never know, because both are not like high goal scoring teams at the moment, right? Both
Yeah.
teams are scoring low 1-0 or 2-0 or 2-1 or something. Yeah.
So, I mean, you may have been flippant, but you said you don't really care about the Champions League. But the reality is, though, at the end of the day, you're in a semi-final, so you're only 3 wins, or well, maybe two, but at least 2 wins away from, potentially winning a trophy, and something that you've never won before.
Which you've never won before. Yep.
Yeah.
I know for you, you said it many times in our previous podcast that it's the league it's what you want, but at the end of the day, you can't put your eggs in just that basket. I think when you're so close, as I said, you're 2 wins away at least from winning a Champions League.
No, 3 games, right? 3 games.
No, but I mean the point is that you could win you could win one game, draw the other one, or
And
even
draw the
lose,
other one,
depends
yeah.
how much you win by.
Yeah.
So you need to win at least 2
that way.
games.
Yeah.
So you need to win at least 2 games. So you're at least 2 wins away from winning a massive trophy.
But if
So
I see,
it's
I mean, if I see this, right, who we gonna meet in the final? Because Bayern or PSG, they are the strongest team at the moment,
listen,
right?
90 minutes of football is different. 90 minutes,
game.
anything could happen. Finals, anything could happen.
Yeah, anything can happen. I know, but if you see the probability wise,
Yeah.
Rohit, if you could have a direct link to Arteta, if you got his number on speed dial, what I would suggest that you guys do, and I probably might get slated for saying this, or be like, "What is he on about?" But for that Atletico Madrid game, because you're on the first, I think you're away, aren't you?
Yeah,
first game.
I would generally actually go for a 4-4-2 system. I would take Odegaard out.
Yes.
I'd literally put Rice and Zubimendi in just midfield.
Yep.
Play expansive, play nice football. Have Saka on the right, have Martinelli on the left, and partner up Gyökeres with Havertz.
Oh, Havertz. I would say
Havertz
is injured now. Yeah.
Or even
Yeah,
Jesus.
injured.
I generally feel the time for single striker number 9s is dead. You know what? Because it don't work unless you've got someone right next to them to play with them, to assist them. Unless you've got a Bruno in your team, or you've got your Kevin De Bruyne, or you've got your kind of Shirky. I don't think Arsenal have got that playmaker enough, so you might as well just get rid of it. So why don't you just play 2 strikers? And if I'm Atletico Madrid, if you looked at how they played against Tottenham, they left so much space. I mean, Tottenham even scored 2 goals against them. So I think for you guys, if Arteta, if you're listening, mate, you can hire me if you want as an assistant coach. I don't mind. But
I want the Chelsea job.
I'd go for the Chelsea job. I would literally go 4-4-2. 4-4-2, go 2 strikers up, and then have 4 in the midfield. Because midfield in the Champions League, you need to win the midfield battle firstly, and change of play occurs so quickly. And the thing is, like, if you can get the ball through to a striker and you've got another striker close by, I think you could do quite well. And if you use that same technique in home games, I think that would actually even work as well against Fulham, for instance, because Fulham have got a very strong team as well, and they beat Aston Villa. So I think if you played like how you played against Newcastle, I think Fulham would take those chances. Fulham would take those chances that Wissam missed and Osalu missed.
I have to tell our ex-players, right, who are the Gunners through and through. So guys, get injured. Don't travel.
Yeah, but that's why I said, Rohit, is it an opportunity that you need to think about? Again, you don't. I mean, it's so difficult, isn't it? I mean,
it is.
Yeah. But so quickly on this, obviously we've covered kind of the Newcastle game. So what's your hopes for kind of the first leg away? It's away at Atletico. What's your hopes?
Cheeky 1-0 win again.
Okay. Yeah. I suppose the most important thing is not to get any more injuries, really.
Yeah, not to get injuries, not to get lose. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so I suppose Gyökeres, I mean, he's got no option but to start up front now. Havertz is out.
Yes, I'm with Ajay in this one, Ajay. I totally agree with you. We could
Jesus and have Gyökeres.
Yeah.
4-4-2, man. Tried and tested. Perfect.
Yeah.
Go on then. Ajay, what's your thoughts on Madrid and Arsenal?
I don't know, man, because Madrid are looking good, to be fair. I mean, like, Griezmann's looking good. Obviously, that Simeone's son. Simeone's son, he's looking pretty good as well. And they've got, I think, is it Adam Luckman as well? Is he
I think. Yeah, maybe.
Is he?
So Griezmann, I think Griezmann, this is last season before he goes to MLS, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, he's going to go to Orlando. Okay. But I think Atletico look good, especially at home. They'll score. I think it'll be a draw. And then there could be like a 2-2, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah, because they need to play better than they played against Sporting. So, yeah.
Rohit, your thoughts?
Yeah, 1-0.
1-0?
I think.
1-0. Sorry, yeah, you did say 1-0. Yeah, I'm going for 1-1. So let's see what happens. We spent 25 minutes talking about Arsenal. Bloody hell, what's wrong with us? Okay,
Because
when
we
it was
keep on
1-0,
playing on Mondays. It's so crap. We
yeah.
keep playing on
Can't
bloody
I?
Why,
So,
Mondays.
why couldn't they play
quick.
today? No
I know
game
there was no
today, man.
Premier
It was
League
so
games.
boring. I know. So
You look at
boring.
that.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Literally.
interesting.
That's why I'm
So
wearing my
quickly,
Punjab
so
top. Because
yeah.
IPL's better.
So,
Sorry.
so quickly, just to kind of keep it nice and tight. So, United, I think it's a must-win game on tomorrow night. Don't you think, boys? It's especially when you consider we've got Liverpool to play still.
I think mathematically we just need 2 games to win. So I think we need, because Brighton, who are 6th, they're on 50 points. So the maximum they can get is 62 points if they win all their games, because they've only got
So
4
we've got
games left.
58. Yeah.
Yeah, so we just need 4 points from the last 4 games. So if we can win
But
this
then,
one and then draw Liverpool, we should be all right. But we just need 2 wins from the next 4.
but then again, I
So
think correct me if I think I asked this question before and you corrected me. So I don't think there's
5,
any
sorry.
playoffs now, is there? So it doesn't matter if you finish 3rd, 4th, or 5th. You go straight into the Champions League
Yeah,
draw.
it's
Yes.
basically top 5. Yeah, top 5, because Arsenal
Okay.
won against Sporting, the English coefficient for
Coefficient.
the Premier League.
Okay.
We managed to get enough points because
But
Arsenal won against Sporting.
but if Villa win the Europa League, there'll be 6th team going in as well. So there'll
Oh,
be
okay.
the team plays
Ooh.
at 6th
No,
position.
I think
Europa
it's still
League.
5. If
No, I
Villa
think
still
6th.
finishes
Yeah.
5th,
Yeah. I was listening on that radio the other day.
Yeah,
They
I
were
think it
saying
might be 6.
Sam.
I mean, the thing is,
Sam was saying,
obviously,
or someone was saying on talks about that.
so I think the thing is that the higher the position you finish, the more money you get from the Premier League. So I think that will be beneficial for United when you consider kind of their financial. Although obviously they've turned a corner, which you've covered in previous podcasts, but their historic financial struggle. So I think that'll be better. But I think it'd be good. When you consider where we were, and we got the option to finish 3rd, I think that'll be brilliant.
oh, I'd bite your hand off if we talked about this in the
Yeah.
first podcast of the season when we did our
Yeah.
predictions. I mean, having United, I think I had United at 5th of me, or 4th.
Yeah,
But it's been
I
good.
thought top 3. Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah,
I mean, but let's not just assume it's going to happen because Brentford are coming into this 6th game unbeaten. I think, although
they've drawn quite a lot.
I think they've drew a few to be fair. And they did beat United 3-1 at the beginning of the season. At the is it G-Tech, the Brentford
Yeah, it was
Stadium?
G-Tech. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've
Just
got
checking.
Thiago. He's on
Thiago.
fire. He's got 21 goals I think this season.
Yeah.
So it's not an easy game on paper, and probably won't be on on the pitch as well, especially when you consider Monday night and how they've fared. But you're not going, are you, Ajay?
No.
Oh, that's fine. We'll win.
I'm staying
We'll win.
myself. I think
We're
we'll win.
We're winning.
I'm staying well clear of Matt Busby Way and Old Trafford for a
Good.
while.
Yeah.
So I'm just
You
reading
stick
about
to the M62 and don't go further than Hull.
No, literally, I'm going the other way. I'm going east. I'm not going west.
So, I
But
mean, Bruno, he's on 18 assists so far this season. So, he needs 2 more assists from the remaining games to kind of tie, or obviously more than that to exceed Henry and De Bruyne, sorry, KDB. So, I mean, I think he should get that, shouldn't he?
yeah, 5 games left to go. I mean, 100%. I mean, he's averaging, I think, an assist or something, at least in the last couple of games. So it should be pretty much straightforward. But again, with Man United, you don't know what team's going to perform. Michael Carrick, I mean, it's always been a bit of a funny one. I mean, I have confidence to say that we don't lose games as easily, but then that Leeds game last week kind of proved me wrong. It's just about the fire in the belly for these boys. I mean, it'll be good. Maguire's back, so I think Maguire and Heaven on partner centre back.
Martinez is still out, isn't he? With
Martinez,
suspension.
stupid that 3-game span. But I think fullbacks look fine. I think Dalot on the right looks better than Mazraoui, and then obviously Shaw on the left, and then Dorgu hopefully might be coming back for either the Liverpool game or the Sunderland game, so that's some good news.
Oh, wow. I forgot about him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, kind of thought, like, where's Dorgu gone? It's just that midfield, obviously, with Mainu and Casemiro. The only problem for United is that we're just literally one injury away in that central midfield from it being a disaster, and then we have to fall back on Ugarte, and you know what happens when he starts games.
Yeah.
So we never tend to win. So hopefully
And then-
Sesko gets some firing shoes on, and then Mbuemo and Cunha can link up, and I'd kind of look at hopefully a 2-0 win for United.
Yeah, and would you start Sesko? Because I mean, but the last few games he started, he hasn't really done as well as when he's got off the bench. Now, obviously, it's not as easy as that, is it? There's always context, as Rohit always says. But would you start him?
Yeah, I'd start him. I'd start him just for the physicalness. I mean, Ahmad has not been that good either.
He's not been good,
Ahmad's had a
yeah.
terrible season in terms of like stats and assists and goals. I mean, funnily enough, Ahmad played better when we had Amarin, to be fair. So
Yeah,
it's
I
probably
think
kind
well,
of
he
been
peaked before
a
the African
result.
Nations, didn't he?
Yeah, like I said, him and
Yeah,
Mbeumo were really good before
and then
December.
he's not been the same since then. So I think Cunha's been good, and Mbeumo's been good. So maybe it's a front three of kind of Cunha, Mbeumo, and
Bruno
Sesko.
and Sesko. Yeah, I mean, I put Sesko. Yeah, I think if Ahmad comes on as a super sub, he can do something, and then obviously Mason Mount is back, so he can
Yeah.
add a bit more legs in the middle. But yeah, I mean, honestly, it's just going to come down to, I think, just who can win the battle in midfield, because Brentford have got a good midfield, and obviously if they can pass it through to their striker, their main man, then it's going to be trouble for United. But
Yeah.
I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay this time. I think Leeds was stupid because of that red card. Unfortunately, just United with 10 men is difficult. They can't even win games with 11 men.
Yeah, but I think we lost it before then, though, didn't we? I mean, you were there. I think that was just probably
2-0. But I
it.
mean, it made it harder. But you knew in the second half we were going to go all guns blazing, and when we got that goal, you thought maybe 2-2, and they did do some good clearances off the line. Leeds, the keeper had a fantastic game, and there were some opportunities. So United have just got to play careful, but they've just got to play really attacking football to begin with, and just overpower Brentford as best as we can.
So then predictions.
So I said 2-0.
I'm getting 1-1, but I just want to correct, that against the fifth spot or sixth spot, So I'm just reading online. So if Villa finish top 4 and England
finish
has 5
top
Champions,
4,
if they finish top 4 and
Yeah.
they obviously England has 5 spots, right?
Yeah.
Places for Champions, and the Europa League winner spot travels to the highest ranked team in European qualifying. Then, if Villa win the the Europa League. If Villa finish fifth or lower, then obviously there'll be 6 teams because Villa can join in, right? There'll be 6th place Champions League.
So they probably will finish at the moment. They probably are like to
yeah.
finish 5th, aren't they? So that'd be good for the Premier League to have 6 teams.
6 teams, yeah. That's
So who's 6th at the moment? Brentford, Chelsea,
Brighton.
6th,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's Brighton, Bournemouth, 49. It's only 1 point gap. And Brentford.
God, can you imagine Bournemouth getting to the
Everton
Champions
3
League and then he's leaving, isn't he, Arello? Is it Arello? At the end of the season. Wow.
Okay, yeah. So my prediction is 1-1 because Brentford are really, really good at the moment.
I'm going for a 1-0 to United, only because Ajay's not there.
Oh, it's
Yep, that's a big thing, man. Honestly, I'm not there.
I know it is. I'm not joking. All right, now, I mean, I know, Connor, we've talked heavily on our teams, Arsenal, too much on Arsenal, and very short on United this week, but hopefully we'll make up for it next week. But I mean, we cannot finish this podcast without talking about the debacle that is Chelsea. They've sacked their manager again, after Rosenay lost five straight defeats without scoring. I think that was the worst run Chelsea as a football club have been since 1912. He was backed publicly by the board or the club kind of a week before, and then he was fired. He's the 5th manager, long-term manager. When I say long-term, I mean that's normally a couple of months under
under Chelsea. Yeah, true, man.
I mean, surely there must be a point when them as a leadership team need to look at themselves and think, it's them rather than their recruitment or kind of them being trigger happy rather than kind of the people that they're putting in the helm.
That's just Chelsea in a nutshell, though, isn't it? I mean, they've had 10 different managers.
But if it was Abramovich, he would have gone ages ago.
Well, he wouldn't even been in the picture. Abramovich would have gone for somebody a bit more, let's just say, maybe proven, or he would have probably got Jose Mourinho back and said, "Come on, third time's the charm." But yeah, I mean, it didn't look good for Chelsea. I mean, the players. I mean, for United, looking at a certain Alejandro Garnacho playing in the blues of Chelsea instead of Man United. I mean, there were some nice moments when Casemiro tackled him against, and even Dalot had his number. But I think Chelsea's recruitment has been very, very strange in terms of the players. You look at their substitution bench. I mean, there was one time where they had 3 really good strikers all trying to battle it, like Nicholas Jackson and Cuckoo. But now, I mean, like Liam Delap, I mean, he was talked about being the next, Harry Kane, for instance, because he, had such a good season with Ipswich. But where has he gone? He's not done anything. I don't feel like he's made Chelsea any better. Obviously, João Pedro. I mean, Chelsea beat Leeds
He's been
today
good for
in the FA. Yeah, João Pedro's been good. I think he's been their top scorer. But when he's out, and if Cole Palmer's out, they look really weird.
Yeah.
Chelsea, they just don't seem to connect and don't want to seem to score a goal. So the writing was on the wall for Liam Rosenior. I mean, if you can't score a goal in 5 games, something's wrong with you as a coach there. I mean, they've
And
got
just
such
won them
money,
the
such
semi-finals
talent.
today, Ajay.
Well, one goal did, yeah. 1-0 to the Chelsea, it seems to be, but an Enzo Fernandez header. But Leeds didn't turn up. I'm surprised at that. I thought Leeds would have won this game 3-0 or something. But yeah,
So
Wembley is it's a strange place, Wembley. But
So a quick one on that then. So do you think that's player? I'm going to link that to then my next comment actually. Do you think that's player power? I know we've talked about it quite a lot previously. So it's obviously that Rosenier from outside again. You don't know, so we're just making big assumptions here that he just didn't have the clout to deal with the egos. Chelsea have always been known for their egos. Now, yes, they probably haven't got the global superstars that they've had historically with the likes of Terry, Lampard, Drogba, etc., Ashley Cole. But they have invested heavily in talent. Enzo is a World Cup winner. He's not short. Cucurella, he's won the Europa League. Sorry, the Euros
Euros.
with Spain. So they've got winners in that team. So it's not that they're short of winners. So do you think it's kind of player power again that's taken over? That just down tools?
I just think Chelsea aren't really much of a Premier League. They don't aspire me to be a team that want to win the Premier League. They seem to be a team that want to win different competitions. They won the Club World Cup, they won the Conference League. They're in the FA Cup final. They kind of just seem like a,
Cup team.
Yeah,
tournament team.
cup
Yeah,
team,
like a tournament team.
tournament
And I know,
team.
like
Yeah.
other pundits have kind of said before, like teams are like there are certain teams that are gunning for the Premier League and really play well week in week out, and there's some other teams that just kind of play for moments, play for competitions. And Chelsea kind of just look like that to me. They just want to kind of collect trophies, to be fair, but not the Premier League. So, and I'm trying to work out what is Chelsea's like mission statement. What's their like identity? I don't know. I don't know this
I don't think
identity.
they know.
If you looked at the Chelseas of 2007, 2008, when you had like the Michael Ballocks, you had obviously with Terry, you had Torres, or you had Drogba. That team, you knew what that identity was under Jose Mourinho. When you watched like that Champions League final between Man U and Chelsea, like that was probably the best Chelsea were. And then obviously they won it again in I think 2011 or 2012. But yeah, I don't understand this team. I don't like. There's loads of kids. There's young talent, but what is their identity? I could say Liverpool's identity is this. Man City's identity is this. Man U, okay, that's a little bit of a grey area, but you can kind of tell where the identity is. But with Chelsea, I have no idea. So I don't know what this team wants to do. I don't know where they want to finish, but they look like a Conference League team at this moment
Good.
in time.
The good thing is that they've come off the ball, so it allows us to it's cemented our top 5 position. So, and quickly talking about down tools, I'm going to be quick on this one. So, it seems coincidental to me that allegedly, so this is all rumors at the moment, that there's been a mutual agreement that Slot will be leaving Liverpool at the end of the season. So this is still to be confirmed. These are
Hot off the
rumors
press.
from allegedly trusted sources. So again, it's not confirmed.
That
But
trust is so Dheeraj.
sorry, that was they've been Liverpool fans have been hoping for that since the turn of the year. To be fair, so I think he's got his legs and everything crossed. But it was surprising that again, it's coincidental. You can read too much in it. That the week that's announced, all of a sudden Liverpool perform like the way they did yesterday against Palace, and two of their big summer signings all of a sudden have showed up. So Isak got on the score sheet, and Florian Wirtz, as well as running, he's actually found the back of the net as well. So I'll just kind of link in the it's talked about so much about player power, nowadays, and so whether this is another example of that. But again, we
Maybe,
don't know.
maybe.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
I mean,
Let's see.
We don't know.
Anyway,
Anyway,
but one thing was interesting though. If you did watch that Liverpool Palace game, the keeper did go down. I think it was Woodman had an injury, and then Palace put the ball in the back of the net, and the goal was given. Did you guys see that?
no,
Yeah, I
That
was
is,
hearing on the radio
yeah.
that time. Yeah,
Okay, now if you're not seen it, then we won't talk about it. But it was a very similar instance that happened between Man U and Arsenal,
and Arsenal as well. De
where do you remember
Gea
when?
got injured?
Yeah, De Gea got stood on by his own player, obviously.
Yeah,
But I think it was Emily Smith Rowe. Yeah, he shot the goal into the net, and then obviously the referee didn't blow in time, and that goal was given. So I think if Liverpool fans are a bit outraged that goal was given, you need to look back at that one with David De Gea and how that goal was given too.
yeah,
So,
true.
but you know what, Liverpool? I think just quickly on Liverpool, I think they'll probably win the remaining games now. I think they look like a team now. They've won 3 on the row in the Premier League. I think they'll probably look at coming back. And maybe if they do win, maybe Slot might stay. Maybe he might
Well,
have a
there's
chance.
big changes though. I mean, I think their
Salah's
keeper
injured.
Salah's going, Becker's going to Juventus. I think Robertson's leaving as well. So there's some big changes there. So from the title-winning team, and some strong personalities. So anyway, why are we finishing Liverpool? Who cares? Rohit, thank you. You're smiling, top of the table. You got a big game.
He's sitting
Ajay,
it.
we're kind of happy at the moment, but that's because you haven't played yet. So let's hope that we see it through against Brentford. And maybe
Yeah.
this time next week, all three of us are smiling and we're happy with our respective teams. So until the next time, listeners, please do like, subscribe, and drop your comments in. We look forward to catching with you very soon.